Hello everyone, this is Anne from Odulcina Scrap. Today we're going to play with papers. So I decided to create something with a new digital kit that I just released, which is called the Shabby Friends, and I'm going to show you the pages. But these are just some cards that I've created and showing you as the introduction. It is really cute. I love that. This is a kit to create ephemeras. So for this project, I'm going to use my buttons cards as well. So I have that kit of different pages of button cards with different backgrounds. And these are the leftovers that I had from previous projects. And this is the new digital kits. So you have 2 pages of cats, 2 pages of rabbits, and then you're gonna have 2 pages of dogs. They're all in the shabby chic style. They're different sizes, and of course you can enlarge them or print them smaller. But as is, they are a good size to work with. So what I've done is I turned off the camera and I just had fun with the button cards that were printed both sides already and the little cats or dogs, or I actually didn't use the rabbit. Or I guess it's because I've cut a page and I just went on with whatever I had. So what I loved is that the sizes was pretty good with the cards that I had. You see the buttons at the right of this card. So I turned the card 90 degrees and I used it on the portrait size instead of landscape. I created a little booklet just adding the little cat at the front. I can put more there like little lace, but I just found it cute like that. Adding a little bow there and backing with a coffee stain paper ready to be used on a cover or in a project. This was with embossed paper. So as you can see, I just used the ephemera page of cats and dogs. I and I glued them on papers or on those button cards. So most of the time it hides the word button, but even if button was showing there, it's not a big thing. We can keep it. We can hide it with a tag, a label, another layer of paper. It's whatever we want. We can add some buttons. You're going to see some where I've added some buttons to show like if it's a button card. Here, see, I've hided the name button with a coffee stain paper. Here I added a button. So these are the example that I've created with that gives you ideas. But of course, you can glue them on any kind of papers. It's just that I had those button cards in my stash, already printed, already cut, ready to be used. And I'm not really using a lot of my buttons on button cards. I have all individual buttons. I don't have two that looks alike, so it's hard for me to create button cards. So I just had fun creating and doing my collages, and they are kind of ready to be used in other projects. Add to a pocket, decorate a page, and create a little pocket with it or a talk spot. And this is something I love to do. When I start making that kind of stuff, I do batches and then I use them when I want to create. We are going to create a junk journal cover with an envelope, and I'm going to fold a part of it to create a talk spot and make the envelope a little bit slimmer than usual when you do a cover with an envelope. And now I'm just trying to see which one of the ephemera I just created with the button cards that would be my favorite for this project. And I don't mind really if it's a little bit larger or not than the envelope, because I can always make the envelope bigger by adding more layers. But I ended up with this little dog. It makes me think about a little dog that we had when I was young. This lace from Crafty Me shop is kind of the perfect lace. The size of it is just perfect, the length of it, and it will cover the front and the back, which I love the idea because we tend to forget to decorate the back of our junk journals. And I think it's part of the experience where we love to flip through those junk journals and we love to see all the pages with their different decorations and pockets and ephemeras. And then when we close the junk journals, if we decorated the back of it, that's the last surprise. And yeah, we kind of tend to forget to decorate the back, but it is as important as the inside, I find. So applying this lace all over the front and the back of the cover is really decorating the back already, and I will add more, but it's kind of a good start. As you're gonna see, I will go by layers to decorate this junk journal cover. So I know that I'm gonna place that little dog there, but I'm not gluing it right away to keep some options. I have this new sari silk ribbon that is stitched, and it's gonna be made available in some of my sari silk bundle because I got that with my last order from India, and I'm just in love with that ribbon. The color is just perfect. It's kind of a light pink, and yeah, really, really gorgeous. A little bit more expensive than the regular sari silk, but anyway, it's going to be part of a bundle that will be a little bit more luxurious. Coming soon, but not ready yet. So as you can see, I just glued the middle of it to keep my options still because I'm not sure how I'm going to complete this cover. And now I'm trying a gorgeous lace from Crafty Me shop. I got it in pink and in kind of whitish beige. And then I'm playing with another one. I love this idea to have something with beads, pearls like that. And I ended up with this one because I prefer the white. The ribbon is already pink, and I have already a couple of touches of pink, and I just thought it was too much pink, and that pure white contrasts a lot and very well with the beige, the off-whites, the light pink. So now that I know how it's going to go and nothing will need to go behind that ribbon, I can glue it down, but I'm going to keep the middle of it there at the back not glued so I can use it as a belly band to insert something if I want later on. It won't do any problem anyway. That's robust enough with the glue that I don't need to glue it all the way through. So now that I know where to place my stuff, I'm going to glue the little dog as well. So it's just a matter of gluing down my things now. And as you can see, I always glue down by sections instead of putting the glue on the whole thing and then the glue starts to dry before I can even glue it down. I prefer to go by sections like that. And same for this lace, you're gonna see I'm gonna glue it by section, and this allows me to place it correctly as well when I go section by section. Otherwise, if you put the glue everywhere, well, sometimes by trying to glue it down. The glue touches another part of the cover and you kind of put glue everywhere. So it happened to me often, and then I started to glue just section by sections, and it resolves all the problems. And I can really place the lace as I want because I just glue a little section. Here you go. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. But now I'm going to add a tassel as well to create more dimension. And I'm going to decorate a little bit the inside. So let's start with the inside. This is part of another kit that I have. Just some laces and music sheets, and it's perfect background or cover for the inside like that. I measured it and trimmed to size, folded it so it goes inside the envelope beginning, so it's a little bit more robust. And I'm going to trim it to size here as well, but it's going to be hidden with the flap that I'm going to glue down here to create kind of a top spot. So I just need to ink that, and I'm going to glue it on top. So this will make the pocket more robust to prevent tearing here at the beginning there. And it's going to hide the fold of the envelope, the inside of the envelope that I don't find very pretty. So the paper will kind of cover all of that and will kind of add some designs. So this is why I decided to add a paper. But it is a step that you can definitively skip. And depending on my moods, most of the time, I skip that. So, but not today. I really love that paper collection. It's really, really versatile and it fits with everything. You have some brown, some black, some white, and it matches everything. So, if you never had a look at that collection, I really suggest you have a look. So, I'm taking one of my card and I already filled a pocket because it fits perfectly, and I'm going to use one of my labels to kind of create a little tab to that talk spot pocket just as a decoration and a way to kind of open it, if we can say that, but it's mostly as a decoration. Now I want to show you my tassel bundles that I have in my shop. And I've created those bundles a way that they're attached in the middle so they don't mix easily. You have a bead there, keep it safe. And when you open your bundle, you do it like that. And then when you want to grab the different yarns that you want, you kind of see with one of my hand, I'm keeping the whole packet close to the table, and I just go a yarn by yarn, and I can pick and choose the yarns that I want without creating a big mess. So in order to do that, you need to hold the bundle down and you just go half of the yarn and half of the other part of the yarn at a time, instead of just trying to get one yarn and then everything moves with it. So you use your two hands to keep all of the yarns down on your table and pick only the ones you want, because that's the whole goal with that, is that you have lots of yarns to pick from and create a bunch of tassels or bows or things like that. Why I've created that, it's for shipping costs. If you're from Canada, shipping is free, and because I can ship into an envelope compared to the ones that are on a wood peg. So same for if you're international or even the US, if you add a tassel to any orders, it won't affect the shipping cost at all compared to if you take the bundles with the wood pegs, which is more expensive because they are like 3 centimeters high, right? So this is how I'm creating the tassel. I just used my waxed thread, and I'm gonna just attach it like that, creating 2 holes. So it allows me to go in and out from my cover and then secure it properly. I have a tutorial with all the steps really well explained, where I'm taking more time than in this video. And if you want to watch the tutorial because you need to see more than what I'm showing right now, the link will be in the description below for you to go and access and watch the real tutorial if you're interested. This is so far my favorite way to create tassels. And I use either a lace or a chiffon silk at the top or tulle with polka dots, and to kind of decorate, so at the beginning of the tassel nothing is kind of flat. Then once the tassel is attached, this is where you can trim to size. Of course, the tassels are kind of, in my bundle, they are long enough to fit for a 9x6 cover, which is the typical letter size format junk journal cover, where when you take a letter size format paper, you fold into two, you need a 9x6 cover. So the tassels would be the perfect size for that. They're a little bit too young for this size of cover that I created because it's a small envelope here, but you can always trim to size and there's not too much of waste. So this is the last part. I'm adding a little lace, which is those little flowers. They're handmade by one of my friend, and she crocheted them with passion. She loves that. She made a lot for me, and I've included them in my Anne's favorite box. I don't have a lot left, but I'm gonna do in the next months like a second Anne's favorite box with new products inside. So if you bought the version 1 and you loved it, well, you will have access to a new box for, let's say, I'm aiming for somewhere this summer. So it's perfect for Christmas gifts. But there's going to be a new box available with new products in, all lovely products that I discovered since, and that I started to buy in big batches so I can create boxes and a new Anne's favorite box. So I'm just adding a little bead there to complete the whole thing. And for this video, that's gonna be it. I won't add pages to discover because that video would be too long. But in another video, I'm gonna either show you the flip through or decorating inside. But I'm gonna show you the final version of this junk journal cover when it's gonna be created and completed for sure. Now it's just placing the chiffon silk just to make sure it looks great. And this is what I love with a tassel, is that you can sew down together pieces of fabric so they don't move and they don't create any gaps, and that they look great like that. Here you go. That is the junk journal cover. Really, really shabby chic style. all pink and white and ivories, and I just love it. So eventually I'm gonna show you what it looks like as a real completed junk journal. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you. Bye bye.